You will be the new villain when you will choose to evolve as a soul. First, let us understand what is evolution. So, evolution is when, for the first time, you start to hear your own voice. You start coming into connection with the universe. You start to hear your own wants, your own desires, your own fears. You know, you work on your fears, you work on your insecurities, because this is what you've taken from the society, this is what you've taken from the programming, this is what you've taken from the cultural conditioning. Okay, when you start to hear your own wants, your own wishes, your own desires, your own um even beyond desires, when you start to hear yourself, there are of course phases and stages of you becoming you, of you knowing you. Okay, but yeah, when you really for the first time start hearing yourself, okay, when you for the first time start knowing yourself, when you for the first time listen to your own voice, listen to the God inside you, you know then all the programming, all the voices in your head of people, of the narratives that are there in the society, of the societal conditioning that is there in the society, it starts to dissolve, because you have started to hear something beyond all of this. You've realized the illusion of all the voices that have been there in your head, and for the first time you hear your own heart. You know your own heart, and even beyond that, okay, then congratulations, you are evolving, you are on the path of evolution. But you will also be the villain, okay, when you will choose to evolve. You will be the villain when you choose to evolve. Why you will be the villain? You will be the villain when you choose to evolve, because now you don't resonate with the beliefs that the society has. You don't resonate with the stereotypes, you don't resonate with the biases, you don't resonate um with the fears, with the insecurities, all the fearful narratives that are there, in the society, because you are a spiritual seeker. You have experimented and known the truth. You know, you have known the truth through experiments, through feeling, through knowing. You are not relying on the, external truths anymore. You're not going by what other people have to tell you. You're not going by what other people have to say. You are no longer resonating with those thousands and thousands of voices, that have, the burden of those thousand voices that have been there in your head, which you started to listen to your own intuition, basically. And your own intuition is gone. It knows how to navigate through those thousands of voices of the outside. So when you choose to evolve, not everybody is going to like it, because you're not doing what they are doing. You're not believing what they are believing. You know, truth can stand alone, because once you know it from inside that what you're doing is dharma, then you don't need anyone. Truth doesn't need anyone. But a lie, you know, needs other people also. They need a group to think, it needs more and more energy, so that their lie can become a truth. They need more and more people. They need more community. They need more society, so that their lie can become a truth. Lie needs more people, right? So, but now somehow what will happen, between these two groups? Let's say there's a community of, let's say, 5 people. One of them starts to evolve. Okay, one of them does not resonate with those beliefs, those, the narratives that are there, those conditioning, those programming. He's not resonating with that. One out of that 5 people, one of the 5 person has start so one person out of the group has evolved, basically, right? And is no more longer resonating with it. So now the other 4 people start to feel that, wait a minute, what? We've been living a lie? These four people, they will see that one person and they will think to themselves, what? We've been living a lie? What we've been doing till now is a lie because this person alone can do it. Their ego gets triggered. You know, the ego of all these four people gets triggered. Okay, and they don't like the fact that this person is evolving because it makes them the other four people. It makes the other four people think and feel that they have been living a big lie. They are not doing what had. I'm sorry. I'm getting distracted. So, yeah, the other four people, they start to feel triggered, okay, that they have been living a lie, and somebody is doing something else, and they're going to panic because they don't know how to listen to their own voice. They have relied so much on the society, on their, what their ancestors have told them. They never bother to experiment with their own life to try to know the truth. They're just doing what others are doing. You know, when it comes to be it religious beliefs, be it following a certain, a cult, a guru, or be it following a certain organization or whatever it is, you know, th- they're they are doing what others have been doing. They've been the good boy, they've been the good girl, and now suddenly out of nowhere one person out of those five people starts being a rebel. He starts to be the villain. He is not complying, he is not obeying, he's not doing what others are doing. He's doing his own thing. He is ahankari, he is egoistic person. You'll start to be the villain. Okay, you should rather people should bow down to you, rather people should surrender to you, rather people should learn from you, you know and celebrate you, for opening their eyes. But no, they still want to close their eyes. They still want to live in the lie. They don't want to see the truth. They don't want to see you. So they what do they do? They are going to, you know they're going to blame you for not complying, for not obeying. Okay, yeah. There is a very beautiful story in Mahabharata. So, there was this one Eklavya. Okay, he was a great student, and he desperately wanted to learn, he the archery. He wanted to learn archery, and Dronacharya, was a guru, and he only used to give, uh, tuitions to students who belong to a higher caste, or the princes, and his teaching was limited to those community itself. But Eklavya really wanted to learn. So what he did, he made an idol of Dronacharya, and he started learning from that idol. And he learned. He was the best of bestest. He was so good with his bow and arrows, that defeated one of the that he could defeat one of the best disciples of Dronacharya, who really took tuitions from Dronacharya. He could really defeat that person as well. And what does the story shows us? It doesn't show that you have to learn from the best teacher. It learns that you have to be the best learner. Okay, so rather than people bowing down to you, rather than people surrendering to you, and wanting to learn, wanting to evolve, wanting to dissolve, wanting to get into peace, they want to be, at war. They still want to stick to their ego. They still want to prove their lie the truth. You know, because the more the rigid the karma is, the more it's gonna take time for them to open their own eyes. So yes, so not everybody is going to like um, that you choose not to do what others are doing. They're not going to like that confidence in you. Your confidence is coming from your clarity, because you've started to hear your heart for the first time. You're not no longer working from the mind. You've started to hear your heart. You've started to hear your intuition. You've started to hear your own God. They don't like it because they don't have that. They have lost connection to it. And they are and they have lost connection to it because they have not tried to. Even if they try to, they can easily build the connection. Okay, maybe not easily. It's a journey, and it doesn't happen that easily. For me also, it took me a whole lot of time to cut through those voices which weren't my own. So it takes time. I have to go through my own karmas. I have to do that. you know so yeah. So the more rigid you are, the more it will be difficult for you to open your eyes to the truth, right? So, but my message here is that keep choosing to evolve. Keep choosing to evolve. Who has to learn from you, who is really a learner, will do everything possible. And it has nothing to do with you. Okay, it's not about you being a good teacher, you being a who has to learn now will learn from anywhere. Okay. If he really wants to, choose that. I have seen that on my path as well. If you really want something the purest, from the purest parts of your heart, it will manifest for you. Okay, but most of us are, desiring something that others want for us. Most of us, that is why those desires are not the strongest. And sometimes they even work because they're so weak. Okay, sometimes they manifest also because they're so weak. But a pure desire that, has been manifested from your heart, you know, it may take the longest of times, which is your own, which is your God's voice. It may take the longest of times, you know. And sometimes these easy breezy wishes, that you've taken from others, which you have, most of us are actually having, our desires is also fabricated by the programming. You are made to believe that you need to have this big car, you need to have this big fancy home, you need to have this big fancy clothes, you're supposed to have this big fancy, even if there's not enough money in your bank account, you're going to take loans for it, you're going to take something for it, something for that, to get to the point where you can afford this. And just for others, it's not even for you. You don't even know what you like, you don't even know what your desire. Isn't that being really stupid? And that's why it's so much time for us, all of us, to evolve. you know it's so much time for all of us to evolve. So yeah, you're going to be the villain. You're going to be the villain in the lives of these people. You're going to be rebuked. You are not listening, you are not complying, you are egoistic, you are not doing, you are giving us all the pain, you're giving us all the sorrow. you know you will be blamed for you are not keeping up with the relationship. You're going to be blamed for this, for that, but they will never choose to take the responsibility for their own pain and sorrow. They will not. This is the price that you pay for evolving, but so you have to make the choice every time. What price do you want to pay? I think I'll be happy being a villain. I don't mind it. I think I'll be happy being a villain, and pay the price, because evolving is important, you know, because when I evolve, I know I bring out those, when I evolve, it's not only good for me. When I evolve, it's good, it's for the highest good of all, you know, it's good for, you know, don't be fooled by those people that are around you. That is such a small world, you stay in. the people you have been around and everything, it's such a small world. And sometimes you feel that the world is full of only these kind of peoples. But somewhere it's your own energy, your own karmic energy that created those kind of people around you. The world is full of different kind of people, different kind of souls, which are at different levels and different stages of consciousness. So don't be fooled around by these people. There are other people, who might need that kind of inspiration. There might be other people, who's waiting for you on the other side, you know. So choose to evolve. Choose to evolve because that is the dharma of every human being. Okay, that is the dharma of every human being, you know, because we have come here for a short while, okay, and we have a birth date, we have expiry date, and in midst of that, you know, don't you, I don't know, as since I was a kid, I always wanted to do something meaningful. I still remember I was writing a paper, an exam paper, and that I was writing, why should I plant trees and everything. And I felt so stupid because I felt that why am I not out in the ground with the teachers and all the children, and I'm not really planting the tree, but I'm writing that down on a piece of paper, and that piece of paper is also made by a tree that is cut down from a forest. And on the paper, I'm writing why it is beneficial to plant trees, why we should plant trees. And I felt so stupid and I felt like I want to do something meaningful, God. I have literally begged to God, like, I want to do something meaningful. I want to do something that brings in love, because I think love is the most meaningful thing in the world, you know. And when you really do that, not everybody's gonna like you, but sometimes you get those hate glances that you get, some you're just the villain in the story now. You get those hate glances, you get like, yeah, she is so egoistic, like, she's doing her own thing. She doesn't care about the society. She doesn't care about the programming. Yes, I don't care. Yes, I don't care. Because I'm not supposed to. Okay, I guess I'm done with the video. Thank you for watching.